Biden body double conspiracy erupts as plastic surgeon says Biden may be addicted to plastic surgery. Here's a clip.
It is about time that we exposed the Biden conspiracy.
Yeah.
If you watched Timcast IRL, you saw us talk about this a little bit. The Biden conspiracy. I love this stuff because it's just so silly. Basically, you have these old posts where they compare images of Biden a long time ago to images of Biden now. And they're like, he's different. Look at this. The C-SPAN tweet says he's a different guy. He looks different than he used to. And then you have this tweet from Trump where he says, smiled when he called Swamp Man Joe Biden a low IQ individual and worse. So the theory is this is a different guy. It's not Joe Biden. They swapped him out for some reason that, I'm sorry, just like makes no sense.
Yeah, why?
I got news for everybody. We're going to have to slow down there on this conspiracy theory and debunk it. Now, what does debunking truly mean? Does it mean we know for 100% that something is not true? No. It just means that, my friends, it's simple. Joe Biden got a whole bunch of nasty-ass plastic surgery and looks goofy. And that's it. You can explain it all. There's people saying that, like, his ear is now connected. Yeah, what were they calling it? That happens when you get a bad facelift and they peel your skin back.
Yeah.
All right. Here's the story from the Daily Mail. Plastic surgeon claims Joe Biden has spent $100,000 on wrinkle filler, teeth whitening, and hair transplants. He's not wrong. I saw this image and I was like, oh, it's the Biden conspiracy again. Oh, wait. How to build a president. I just love this stuff. Hair filled in, Botox to fix the lines, skin pulled back for facelift, reduced lower eyelids. Jeez, eye bags removed. It's just so awful. There you go.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Good, different guy, huh?
Ah.
His nose looks mostly the same, but he maybe even got a nose job. The surgeon, who has never met or treated Mr. Biden, said if the president had undergone these procedures, he would have spent about 6 figures in today's rates on facial rejuvenation. Dr. Modiki has nearly 200,000 followers on Instagram, giving him considerable reach. The president is not the first public figure he has weighed in on. The surgeon has speculated on many celebrities' alleged cosmetic tweaks, including the reggaeton star Bad Bunny had his jaw surgically enhanced. Musician Adam Levine and actor Donald Glover had secret hair transplants, and actress Emily Blunt either had fillers or fat grafting done to make her face appear fuller and more heart-shaped. Huh. I'm sorry, man. I've never understood this. I just don't care. And, maybe to my own disadvantage, I suppose, if I got a bunch of plastic surgery done, maybe I'd get more views, but I literally don't care. I got like a blemish on my face. My teeth are crooked. I have no hair. To be fair, though, guys, if you look at like when I was in that show, 1,000 Ways to Die, and my old skate videos, I always wore the beanie. It's just like a fashion thing. I don't know. And now it's part of the brand. It is what it is. But I would never consider getting any kind of like cosmetic surgery. I don't understand what people do. No matter who you are, I just don't get it. It's weird to me. Whatever. Joe Biden clearly got a ton of plastic surgery. That's it. That explains the Biden thing. They're like, he looks so different. Yeah, the dude got a bunch of crazy plastic surgery. Look at this. Look how nasty he looks. He's an old man. But I ain't got no beef with people looking old and being old. In fact, I think people who age and naturally look old look better than people who get plastic surgery.
Yeah,
but there's your
dyeing your hair
there.
fine, but plastic surgery
is just Joe Biden after a ton of plastic surgery. Look at this. Is Biden addicted to plastic surgery? Addicted. I love that. At this point, I doubt the dude is actually getting a bunch of plastic surgery, but I think this guy's completely right about him having gotten it. He says,
yep,
he has the same look to the upper brow and upper eyes where there's an unnatural appearance to the lines. If you look at his brow line on the side, normally they would come like this and come down slightly, but on him we see they're turned up and going this way, and drew an invisible line with his finger from the corner of his eye past his temple. Dr. Am I pronouncing it right? Modiki? Then highlighted a black and white photo of a young Biden taken between 30 to 50 years old next to a recent photo, both close-ups of his left cheek to show taut, smooth skin from the corner of his mouth to his ear, where it looks like at some point he had a facelift. It's just so nasty. All of it. I just say no to all of it.
Yeah, definitely.
He had that throughout the years, Mr. Biden has probably done touch-ups with Botox and fillers, but overall, I think he had a significant amount of plastic surgery throughout the year.
It doesn't like make you look better if you get plastic surgery. It just makes you look fake. It's not like you're like, okay, oh, look at this person looks young again or something. No, you just like look old, but weird. You look like a weird old person. I don't get it either.
I love that meme where it's like, imagine going back 30 years and telling people that at one point Roseanne would be more attractive than Madonna. And it's funny because Madonna got a bunch of crazy plastic surgery, which makes her look weird and shocking to the average person. And Roseanne just looks to have aged normally and gracefully, so she appears to be an older woman.
Yeah,
and there's this thing about it. Maybe prettier or more attractive. I don't know what the right word is. Looks better.
Looks normal.
I would not say that, like, in my view, I find elderly people attractive.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just don't.
I don't either.
People closer to my own age, as most people are. But it is fair to say, you can look at a person and say they are ugly or not. And that's entirely
weird
the point.
Looking.
Madonna looks off-putting. I'm trying to be very nice. The surgery does not play well. She is weird looking and it is off-putting. And I mean that not to be mean, but come on,
it's just
man.
true.
You're in your 60s. You don't get that crazy surgery. And Roseanne looks like a normal woman. So she looks substantially better. Sorry, that's just the truth. Joe Biden, he looks goofy. He's always looked goofy. Everybody knows he looks goofy. It is what it is.
Yep.
This guy getting all that plastic surgery. Last month, Republican Congressman Greg Murphy from North Carolina said Mr. Biden had undergone so much plastic surgery and has so much filler. 4 years ago, several plastic surgeons insisted the president spruced himself up with cosmetic procedures before launching his 2020 campaign. Do you know why Joe Biden was calling a lid and campaigning from the basement? I'd say it's a combination of things. One, the dude's tired. He also probably got a bunch of plastic surgery, and so he just would stay in while recovering. Not to mention all sorts of rejuvenation stuff, which is just so creepy.
Could you imagine you're that old, and then your brain's already breaking, and then what are you gonna do? You're gonna have to go get put out and go under the knife just to get a facelift. People don't care if you look old, bro. Like Trump looks pretty old. Nobody cares.
There was that photo where he had the IV marks on his hand. I'm willing to bet Joe Biden gets NAD boost, nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide, IV drip. You may have heard Joe Rogan talk about it.
The B12
Look, man,
drip.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was doing all sorts of crazy rejuvenation stuff and on a whole bunch of uppers, as well as getting plastic surgery. The dude needs to retire. Then, of course, we can talk about Mitch McConnell and his brain shattering. There are too many old people in politics.
He needs to go.
I suppose I could just talk about this because it kind of brings up the same point. This was brutal. You guys saw the video where Mitch McConnell just freezes up?
Yeah, I covered this yesterday. Yeah,
I want to highlight something in this, and we'll just talk about
2010.
Did it?
2012.
Oh, come on. Go back. There we go.
Okay.
Look at this. You see him gripping the side of the podium as he sways back and forth. He's not speaking. They're coming up to him, and they're like, did you hear the question? He's like, yes. And then he just doesn't say anything. Look, man.
Go rest.
Between Biden needing to get all this crazy surgery.
Like I was saying about like Mitch McConnell in particular, and Joe Biden's with his family, but Mitch McConnell, you're going and doing all these events and everything. Go spend time with your family, retire, go relax when you have time left. Because when you're starting to do that, he's like 80. I think Mitch McConnell 80, 81 or something. Yeah, you get that old, when you just want to just retire and just rest. Why does he want to just keep clinging on to power like this when he's clearly not healthy? And then like the health of his doctor's like, oh, he's cleared to go back to work. Well, he's not a UFC fighter. Obviously, they're going to clear him to go back to work. I mean, what does he do? But considering how much power this guy has over the people, and then he just wants to keep that power instead of just going and retiring, to me, it's insane. That power is just that important to you. Like, again, you're that unhealthy. It's obvious. Wouldn't you want to go spend time with your family, and your family would probably want to spend time with you instead of you going into some speaking event? It's really interesting, but that's what they do. But again, they should both retire. A lot of these people, Dianne Feinstein, Fetterman, why he's in. I don't get people on the left. They're so unhealthy, and they just keep running. It's interesting.
McConnell having micro seizures or whatever it is people want to call them.
Wow.
We got way too many old people in political office. And I
Yeah.
don't know what the answer is because they're desperately clinging to power like some kind of,
Yeah, it's weird.
I don't know, barnacle latched to the bottom of the ship of this country. And we're trying to scrape them off, but they won't go away.
Right.
To be fair, it's partly our fault because we keep voting for these people.
I'm not voting for these people.
By all means. criticize Donald Trump, call him old. He is. And
Yeah,
I
he is
prefer
too.
somebody else. This is one of the reasons why I was supporting DeSantis a year ago. But man, DeSantis' campaign
Yeah,
is really,
he messed it up.
wow, fallen. And where we're at right now is people just keep voting for everybody. To be fair, Donald Trump is a bit more spry than Joe Biden. And,
Age doesn't
there's
matter
a
as
video of him
long.
playing golf.
I
and
don't think age matters. It doesn't. If you're 80 and you, like Dolly Parton, great example. I don't think she's 80. I think she's in her 70s. She looks fantastic. She looks awesome. So it's like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't, if you're healthy and you're good. I mean, eventually with more technology that's coming out with like supplements, NMN, stuff like that, people are going to get older. People are like, we should make a law so you can't go and run for president after you're 80s or old. I don't agree at all. I think it's up to the people in general. If they think if you're 80, and that's going to, that no pun intended, but that law will not age well, you know, because in 100 years when people are, I mean, look at the life expectancy from 100 years ago. What was it like? What I just saw in the Social Security video that I did about how welfare is like ruining, the entitlements are ruining the U.S. economy. Go check it out. Highly recommend it. But in that video, they were talking about how when they first started Social Security, life expectancy is like 55. Now it's up to like 79, like 80 years later. So in another 80 years, it's going to go the same way. So if you're healthy and you're 80, I don't have a problem with it. But when you're 80 and you're on your last leg, if you're 50, like Fetterman, he's in his 40s, right? 40s, 50s, and he's on his last leg. Well, maybe not literally, but he can't even hear people talk. He has to get an interpreter and all this stuff. It's all muffled. It sounds like Charlie Brown in his head, the Charlie Brown teacher. That's insane. 40s, 50s, whatever. You shouldn't be in Congress if you have that bit. You have that much power of people's lives, especially a senator, 2 senators from Pennsylvania, and he's one of them. He can't even hear people speak. And if you listen to him give speeches, it's just all jumbled. He sounds like Joe Biden. So even in your 40s, you can get messed up. You know, it's sad, but true. 40s, 50, I don't know. He must be 60 at the very oldest. I don't even think he's that old, though. I think he's 40s, 50s. So, yeah, if you have that, you shouldn't be in here either, regardless of your age. It's more of the condition of you, right? That, in my opinion.
like throws a ball in the air and catches it. And it's like, for a portly fellow like him who eats lots of McDonald's, he seems to be doing a lot better than Joe Biden.
Yeah, for whatever
and,
reason.
a bunch of these other guys. Mitch McConnell. Granted, McConnell's got like 10 years on. Actually, no, he's 81. Really? McConnell's 80?
Yeah, I thought he was
Trump's
81,
like
yeah.
almost 80. Compare Mitch
He's
McConnell to
78,
Trump, and it's kind of
77.
nuts. I don't know what Trump is doing, but Trump
Me
seems
either.
to be,
Golf.
despite not being in good shape.
Golf is deceptive. So the last place I lived, they had a golf simulator. And I was like, okay, golf. And my friend, he was into golf. He's into golf. So we went and used the golf simulator. And I started hitting that ball. Man, if you're hitting it and then grabbing it because it's a golf simulator, you don't have to wait. You hit it. You're just taking all of your body and it's like a haymaker. It's like a haymaker into the ball. And you're just doing that back. Man, it gets tiring quicker than you would think. You're just throwing it all your weight into that. And Trump's been playing golf his whole adult life, right? So I think that's what it does. That when I tried golf, I was like, this is how Trump, despite eating like garbage, all this McDonald's and all this stuff that he talks about, Diet Pepsi, Diet Coke, drink water, bro. Just need water. Put some lemon in it. But him doing all this stuff, it's just like, that's how he probably stays in, just so like his body's just, you know, it's good. He's in shape because of that. He's just swinging that golf club all the time, hitting that ball as hard as he can. You know, it probably puts him. I think that's how he's in such good shape.
In better shape than many of these other guys. Look, even Joe Biden falling up the stairs several times. It's just weird. I don't know, man. A lot of people have talked about upper age limits for Congress, and perhaps that's the answer.
I don't think so.
But then what? Like you get a Ron Paul, and maybe it's 80. You know, we had Ron Paul on Timcast IRL several months ago, and it was an honor and a privilege. But
I
to be
missed that
fair,
one. I'll have to check
Ron
it
is
out.
clearly not where he used to be. He has a harder
He's
time
too
hearing. He's a lot older, and so
He
that's
bikes.
what it is.
He bikes
People
a lot.
get old.
Bicycle.
It would have been awesome to have sat down with Dr. Paul when he was in his prime,
Mhm.
or even at least into his 50s or so. But he's an older fellow now, And so I can recognize that even though I would love to have Ron Paul in office forever, sometimes people get
He's too old.
We're fortunate enough that there is a
I'd love to
progeny
vote for Ron Paul,
of Ron
but
Paul
he's
and
too
Rand
old.
Paul, who does a great job as well. We're big fans, questioning Fauci and all the things he's done. But I don't know, man. Maybe what we're seeing is we need age limits or something.
I don't think we need
Whatever.
age limits.
I'll leave it there.
Like
Next segment's coming up tonight.
Yeah, I don't think age limits. It's just if you're healthy, you're healthy. And like I just brought up Fetterman, he's in his 40s and he's unhealthy. He shouldn't be there. If you're unhealthy, it's crazy people vote for these people. And again, it's like all people. I want to say all. I mean, Mitch McConnell's there. But Mitch McConnell essentially is on the left anyways, right? Is he? I mean, come on. He's not for Trump. Wasn't he like a never Trumper? He kind of pretended he was on Trump's side when he was president. But was he really? I don't think so. So, it's all these type of people, these establishments or leftist people that they're so unhealthy and people just elect them. Why? I don't get it. I mean, I get it. You want your guy to win to some extent, but wouldn't he be more likely to win if he was like spry and not sick? But they just go and elect a sick guy. Why did Fetterman even win the primary? Well, he wasn't so sick then, but I think he was kind of sick. And then it's just like he breaks. It's like go replace him with another guy on the left. It's like Joe Biden. Go find someone else that is actually like not, falling apart. But I don't know. They don't think they're going to win, I guess. It's very interesting. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe for daily news updates, smash that like button, share this video with your friends, and share your thoughts on the story in the comments below. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.